Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Colton here,
Andrew.
Lucas.
and tonight we saw Spider-Man: Homecoming, and I'll tell you what, that was a pretty good movie, don't you guys think?
That was really good.
I like. I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I like the first three Spider-Mans with Tobey Maguire. The Amazing Spider-Man, they're okay.
They're okay, but
They're
they
okay.
weren't the greatest.
Now this Spider-Man is actually kind of different because it has Tom Holland, who's playing Spider-Man / Peter Parker. It has him. He is actually in high school. He's a sophomore in high school. He's 15 years old, and he's kind of going through the daily struggles of a high schooler. So it's kind of just normal, you know. And I mean, I think he played Spider-Man really good.
Yeah, I think he was better than Tobey
Yeah.
Maguire.
Yeah, but he was great. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
This one seemed more realistic because he was the actual age.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's
More
actually
realistic.
I think he's
Yeah,
Kind of,
realistic.
yeah.
Like he played the part
like
better.
because
fit the role
he's
better.
19. I mean, that's high school age.
But the kid looks like he's 13 or 14.
Yeah, which works out pretty good.
He looks a lot younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that was a problem with the other Spider-Man, I thought. But
Yeah, like Andrew Garfield, he looked too old, and
he was too old.
Yeah.
well, he actually was too old. And Tobey Maguire, he
He's
still looked too old.
Yeah, but it kind of fit with Toby because it kind of just jumped out of high school.
True. Toby,
Yeah.
in the first one, it was okay because he didn't really look
Mhm.
high schoolish. But then once they got out of high school, it's like, okay, he's a pretty good Spider-Man.
Yeah, now I kind of see where we're at. So leave in the comment section below who you think is the better Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and maybe we could settle this argument. We've been arguing about this for a long time.
Forever.
But kill you in your sleep. Alright, but back to the seriousness. The story of the movie I thought was really good. I thought it was directed really good.
Oh yeah.
The director was what's his name?
John Watts.
John Watts.
Yeah, John Watts.
He hasn't really done too many movies. The only movies he's actually directed are called Clown and Cop Car. I've never
I've
heard
seen
of
Clown
those.
on Netflix.
Cop Car's got Kevin Bacon in it, so it's
Oh, Kevin
pretty good.
Bacon.
Yeah.
Alright, well.
it's got
Footloose.
Well,
Um,
for the first time directing the Marvel movie, I thought he did pretty good.
Did an excellent job. Yeah.
It all looked really good. I mean, everything was spot on. The action, the effects,
The villain.
the villain, the casting was perfect.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I don't think you could do any better. I mean, I liked everyone in that movie.
just like the scenes and the setup, like the buildings and everything kind of worked with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. See, the problem I've always had with the Spider-Man movies is that they all take place in one area. They all take
Yeah,
place
but
in New
this one
York.
was kind of.
But this one actually,
out.
it's spread out. It's actually in New York, and then later on they go to Washington and
Virginia, right?
Yes.
They go to Virginia
And then they
after
go to
Washington,
Maryland.
Maryland.
and then they go to Maryland. So it kind of changes it all up. So it's not just in one specific area, which I really liked. And I mean, yeah, I couldn't really find too much wrong with the movie. I mean, there were a couple plot holes.
Yeah,
I mean,
a little bit of
I
things.
figured some out. He figured some out.
Some things that you're just like, wait, what?
Just like the beginning of the cutscenes, the beginning part where it kind of shows him off using his powers. It kind of jumped too much for me, but
When he was videoing.
yeah, kind of videoing and him using his powers was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah, it still showed civilians talking to him,
Mhm.
doing stuff. Pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I honestly thought that the movie was hilarious. It was pretty
Oh,
funny.
comedy was
The-
perfect.
The funniest movie ever made. I've seen some stuff saying it's the funniest Marvel movie ever made, but we all know what the funniest Marvel movie is.
Deadpool.
Deadpool, right there. And so, I mean, that's kind of a stretch saying that this is the funniest movie because clearly Deadpool's the funniest
Deadpool,
movie. And I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't know what you all think,
Nice.
but it's the funniest Marvel movie ever made. I mean, but
Well, I mean, it was probably the funniest Marvel movie without Fox, though.
yeah, I guess.
I guess
Oh yeah, I guess
I guess
Sony
you got-
Sony was
yeah.
in this. Sony was in this a little bit. But yeah, no, I mean, the comedy I thought was spot on. I mean, there's the Stanley, the classic Stanley
Oh, yeah,
cameo.
yes.
Always perfect.
The
They're always perfect.
cameo is so
Yeah.
funny, so it's always funny. I mean, you can't do anything wrong with Stan Lee. I mean, he's just a funny guy,
Yeah.
and so I mean, yeah, I mean everything like about the movie, the action was great, the writing, everything was spot on. I thought I really liked it all. The casting, like I said before, I thought the casting was spot on too. I mean, Tom Holland, who I never really heard of before.
Yeah,
I've never
even
seen
knew
a
the kid.
movie or anything. Have you seen it?
Yeah, he's been in Impossible. Yeah, funny. He was 15 and playing a 10-year-old in that movie. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, which
So in this movie,
that's perfect for him
Yeah,
because
he's
I mean
always had
he's
that young
younger.
look. Always had that.
He looks younger than what he really
he's
is,
British.
which was and he's British,
Mhm.
like Andrew Garfield,
Yeah,
the previous
I didn't even
Spider-Man.
know he was British.
I didn't know Andrew was.
Yeah, Andrew's British. That's two British Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Yeah, wow.
I mean, yeah. And then we got Michelle, who is played by Zendaya, and he's not the biggest fan of her. He didn't really
Do you
care
know
for
what I
her.
thought was weird? How in all the previews and trailers and announcements, like she was supposed to be like really big in the movie. She wasn't in
Yeah.
it that much.
See, that's the
Yeah.
thing. That's what I think. I was just thinking about in the trailers. I think it showed all of her lines legit in the trailers.
Yeah, like so whenever she was on screen, it's like, oh, I've heard this before.
Oh,
Yeah,
we've seen
I was
this.
just saying
This is what's happening.
we've seen all of everything she basically said in the trailer. I think they showed maybe a little too much in the trailers too. Personally, I thought they
Yeah.
showed too much of the action because I already knew it was happening at the time.
Kind of like what they did with Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool. They showed. I think they showed a little too much, but I mean, it's still a great movie.
Oh yeah, it's definitely
Same with Spider-Man. The Spider-Man is a great movie too.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, you couldn't do anything wrong, and you know you got Iron Man,
Spider-Man's
who's
just amazing.
played by Robert Downey Jr. Perfect. I mean, it's Iron
Born
Man.
for the role.
Born for the
Yeah.
role. Nobody else. Captain America. He
Mhm.
wasn't actually in the movie
But he
per
was-
se. He wasn't actually physically there with the people. He
But
was
he
just
was still cameoed.
he was still
in it.
cameoed in there, and
I feel like he taught the kids more than.
The actual
Yeah.
teachers.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the teachers were
Awful. In that
teachers were
movie.
bad in that movie.
Yeah.
Okay, and so then we got Aunt May, who was played by Marisa. I'm not gonna Tomia.
Don't butcher her last name. Man.
Tomia. I don't know. I thought she was funny. She was very funny, especially at the very end, which we're not gonna spoil anything here. That's for later in the video. I thought it was really funny, and I thought she did a pretty good job. And then we got Michael Keaton.
Oh,
And
great.
oh
Farewell.
my God, Michael Keaton was perfect for this. I mean, I think he was born for this. I think
He looks
he's just
menacing,
born
man.
to be in superhero movies. I mean,
Yeah, he has that kind of physique.
Menacing look.
yeah, Batman.
Just-
Because I mean,
I don't even know what physique means.
because I mean, Batman. I mean, he did good in that movie. Birdman, he did pretty good in that movie too. I like that movie.
Did he ever actually be Birdman? Like have like a costume of bird in that movie, Birdman?
We're just gonna talk about that later. We're gonna talk that.
Have you not
We're gonna
seen
talk about
Birdman?
that later.
Ah, okay.
Dumbass. All right, and so then we also have, like I said, Michael Keaton, who played the Vulture, aka Adrian Toomes, and I thought, like I said before, I thought it was great acting. I mean, he could be menacing, but then when he's trying to be funny, he could be funny. When he's trying to be sweet, he could be sweet and nice.
Yeah,
And I mean, you just can't do anything wrong with him.
he's a good actor.
Next up, we have Flash Thompson, who is patrolled by
Tony.
Tony
Don't butcher it.
Rivolori.
Ravioli.
Never heard of him. Never heard of him. He was okay. Not really a big part of the movie.
There wasn't really a main bully
Yeah.
in the for.
I mean, he was kind of funny.
He
was kind of
picked
funny.
on him.
He
a
picked
lot
on
of
him.
people
He
picked
picked
on him.
on him, but
But
it was really funny.
It wasn't like in Tony McGuire where they got in that big old
Big
fight.
fight.
Or anything.
Yeah.
He was kind of just bantering.
yeah, he was kind of throughout the whole movie kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then we got Donald Glover.
Oh
who-
boy.
Yeah.
I'm a huge
fan.
Donald Glover
Oh,
fan.
yes.
I love Donald Glover. He's my man. You know, I love all of his shows. I love his stand up. I love everything he's done. His music, all of it. And I mean, he doesn't get a name. I don't think. I don't remember.
They haven't put a name on his.
Yeah, they
I
haven't.
don't think they.
I don't think they
had
named
a
him,
name. It
but
was kind of just
Oh yeah, we never
we-
saw in the credits.
yeah, we
Yeah.
do know. We do know.
who he's gonna play
Who
in the
he's
future.
playing.
Yeah, we do know who he's playing. Like I said, we'll save that for the spoiler section later on in this video.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have Laura Harrier,
Hmm?
who played Liz Allen.
Oh,
Liz
yeah.
Allen.
Oh.
She did pretty good.
Yeah, I liked how they. It's kind of funny how each Spider-Man reboot has a different girl that
Mhm.
Peter's in love
Yeah,
with.
just
So Mary
Yeah, it's kinda
Jane,
different.
Gwen Stacy, Liz Allen.
It's different. I mean,
Yeah.
it's bringing a new formula every time. I mean, so you don't expect the same thing.
Yeah.
And then we have Ned.
Oh,
Ned.
man, I love
Jacob,
Best.
but
Just
Babylon, I don't know how it's pronounced, but
Butcher,
oh my
Butcher.
goodness. Yeah. I mean, oh my goodness.
He was so
That
funny.
was so,
Just
he is so
perfect
funny.
guy
He
for-
was perfect.
Oh,
I,
Peter Parker is just the man.
oh my
Best.
goodness.
I'm in love with you.
He
I
made
don't
so
think I keep this a secret.
he made so many funny jokes in the movie. I thought, oh my goodness, I don't think anyone
Just
could.
whenever you
ever play
looked
Ned.
at him, you just wanted to laugh
Yeah.
and just.
That's me.
I hope Ned's in the future movies because I mean, if he's not, I think I'd be upset because I really liked him.
Peter Parker's best friend. He's
I
gonna
mean,
be-
yeah,
yeah,
he's
he's
Peter
gonna be-
Parker's
yeah.
best friend. And then we also got Bokeem Woodbine, who played Shocker. Now, this is the part.
This is a weird part because there's like
Yes.
2 shockers.
Yes.
Technically.
We're
Yeah,
not,
because
we're not gonna say what happened. We're gonna save a little bit for the spoiler section.
Yeah.
But there was 2 shockers,
It's very weird.
and it's weird how it happens. But I mean, still, I thought he did good.
Oh, yeah.
Shocker, like
Yeah.
the person they picked, the guy he played in Life. He played in with that. He mainly died off in the first part, I think.
Yeah.
Just I don't know. I liked his beard.
Yeah.
Just kind of the beard made him more macho.
It's just
Yeah.
freaking weird, bro. Yeah, no, but I thought he did pretty good. I mean, he wasn't a huge part of the film, but I mean, he was just
Wait, which shocker are we talking about? Black.
the
or
black
white?
one. Black
Okay.
one. Yeah, it was Black Shocker.
Black shocker.
See, that's the thing they're trying to make different, I think, because is Shocker black in the
I
comic
don't know. I've never
books?
seen him
I-
without his
yeah.
mask.
Yeah, I've never seen him.
I cannot remember honestly right now, but I know in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 they had Jamie Foxx playing Electro, and I know a lot of people are mad about that, having him
A black man
play
play,
play a white.
Which I don't
man.
have a problem with.
Which there's no problem with that. I mean Jamie Foxx, he's a good actor too.
Oh, yeah.
But this guy, I thought he was a pretty
Yeah,
good
he's
one
really
too.
good
I mean,
actor.
like I said, I've never heard of him before, and personally, I thought he did a good job in this movie. And then, like I said, we got the director, and then, so now we're gonna go on to the soundtrack. And-
Soundtrack.
Well, no, you
I didn't
can't
pay
forget
attention.
Tony and Happy because
Oh yeah,
Oh, happy.
Happy's in the movie. He actually plays somewhat of a bigger role in this movie,
Kinda.
surprisingly.
Happy by John.
I mean,
Favreau?
yeah.
Is that his last name?
yes,
And okay, he's sort of big-ish.
Yeah.
I mean, he's also kind of like the father figure, like Tony Stark. Tony
Yeah.
Stark is the father figure.
Yeah, but everybody
for
thinks-
Peter Parker.
like this is supposed to be an Iron Man 4 kind of movie. Everybody's kind of saying that, but
No,
it wasn't
it wasn't
really.
really.
It was
I mean,
mainly about him and
Robert Downey
just
Jr.
Happy
wasn't
was just
even
kind of there.
in it that much, was he?
He was in a decent amount.
Well, I mean, he was in
It
it,
was shared
but he didn't
screen
have.
time.
I think he was in as much
action
as
parts.
Zendaya.
Yeah, him and Zendaya.
Zendaya, yeah.
Zendaya kind of showed it in the trailer
Yeah.
most.
Well, yeah, that's true. Like, and the thing that they also did not do in this movie is the origin story, which we have seen multiple
Countless
times,
Yeah.
multiple times now.
So I'm actually glad that they went straight into Peter instead of the long origin
Yeah.
story and all of that.
Yeah, because we know what happens.
We already
Everyone
know.
knows what happens. If you've seen any Spider-Man, if you know anything about Spider-Man, you know exactly what happens. So it's kind of just thank you for not making us rewatch the same thing because it would kind of get boring after a while.
I feel like they're gonna have like a flashback in the future.
Yeah,
movies.
they're gonna have a flashback. I can almost guarantee that. I mean, I think they did mention a little bit about
Yeah,
it.
like-
Yeah.
They did when he was
He
talking
said
to Ned.
something
He was talking to
about
Ned. He said
Everything
because Ned
she's
was
been
like,
through.
"Oh, so that's so cool. You were bitten by a radioactive spider," and yeah, and so
the spider's dead.
Ask
man.
him all these questions about
Yeah.
what he can do.
yeah, that was the funny part about
It's-
Ned. He
yeah.
wants
Can you summon an army of spiders?
Yeah, once he finds out that Spider-Man or Peter Parker is Spider-Man, he's always asking.
freaking just asking questions.
I mean,
constantly.
he's doing something you would
He
probably
is.
do in
Yeah,
real life.
like-
I mean, like
Yeah.
if you ever found out if
Best
one of your
friend
friends
was Spider-Man.
was Spider-Man,
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
what do you think you're gonna do? You're gonna ask him a lot of questions about what happened
Can't try
and
the suit.
everything. Yeah, you're gonna try on the suit. And oh my God, the suit!
That's badass.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
a badass suit, bro.
Especially when
Like,
they got the AI in.
yeah,
Mhm.
it had
How many?
what they name it?
Catherine? No.
Karen.
Karen,
Karen.
yeah.
He ends up naming it Karen. And she was pretty funny. I mean, she was funny.
Yeah.
too. I mean, not a big role in it, but I mean, while she was in it, it was really funny. I mean, the spider suit was so cool.
Oh yeah.
I really liked how in one scene in the movie they actually have him go into the alley to change. I've always wondered, it's like, how does superheroes change so quickly?
It wasn't even that quick though.
It was still quick though. I mean, he was able to take off his clothes real quickly.
Yeah, we all saw
And
that.
it showed him pull up his suit, and then he clicks a button on his chest, and it all just sucks in on him. It's skin tight. So I thought it was really cool.
I don't think that's how
that.
Andrew Garfield does it though. I think he just squeezes it.
Yeah, I don't know how Andrew Garfield. He always had it on.
Yeah,
Him and Tobey Maguire always had it on.
Oh yeah, they had it underneath clothes.
So I mean, yeah.
I always did like the Superman move.
Yeah,
but
yeah, but I mean, was this the best Spider-Man ever made? That's a real question.
Yes. I'm sorry, Lucas.
No,
it's better than Tobey Maguire.
The only way it was the top scored was because Marvel and Sony both were like, yeah, let's make a movie and
Oh yeah, it wasn't with Fox.
It
and
wasn't
was
just
with
Sony.
the Avengers universe.
Yeah, it was with them. So,
but I still.
That's why I think.
I honestly think it's the best Spider-Man movie ever made.
Not just because it was with the Marvel universe, just because it was a really good movie.
I really liked the first and second one with Tobey Maguire. I'm a huge fan of those two.
The third one,
Third one.
I like the third one.
You like the third one?
You like the third one?
Yeah, I liked it.
Man, the best one?
It wasn't the best one, but I liked it. I liked all the stuff that had in it. So.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool how they changed it up a little bit.
It was kind of like the second Amazing Spider-Man, where they kind of introduced a lot too much villains in the same time, like how Sandman killed his father and all. I mean, Uncle Ben, all that.
Yeah. I know. Okay.
And
I see where you're at.
And then Amazing Spider-Man introduced way too many villains, way too fast. Electro, Goblin, Rhino.
Yeah, that was a big problem with that movie. But all right, so I think we're done with that part. Going on to spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I like the spoilers, man.
All right, so next up is the spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, you better leave right now
we'll
because there's some big spoilers in this movie.
Cue the Jeopardy music.
All right. So spoilers. Oh my goodness. All right.
So
where do we start?
Oh god. Okay. First things first. Michael Keaton, who plays a vulture. Okay. He is Liz Allen's dad.
Like when that happened, oh my god.
I didn't expect that to happen. I thought it was crazy, bro. Like,
I was like,
oh,
what? Shit.
I couldn't believe it happened. It was just so crazy because I just couldn't believe it. I started freaking out about it.
My heart started pumping.
Yeah,
I was like, oh
yeah,
god.
And then there's that awkward part. Is
like,
yeah.
I got that part spoiled for me because Instagram and stuff, but it was still just so good. It just music and everything kept me going. And
when a huge Marvel movie like that's coming out, you gotta watch out for social media because there's always
social media
stuff.
That's what ruined everything. Yeah,
and
it was
that kind of goes on for like every movie.
That's
so
true.
you know what I mean. All right,
you have to pick and choose.
And so like when he finds out he's Peter. Michael Keaton finds out that he is Peter Parker because when they're talking.
Kind of Liz gives it up.
Yeah, Liz kind of gives it up because they're in the car. He's taking them to homecoming, and so he kind of gives it up. She kind of gives it up because she says,
"Oh wait, you weren't at the Washington."
Yeah, she says.
She says
you're always disappearing.
And he
says you're always disappearing. What are you doing? You know. And he's sitting there and he's just thinking. And I was so happy. I was so happy because there's always those superhero movies, or I've always seen those movies when they sit there and they'll be like, "Yeah, you're always gone," and then it looks like the guy knows what's happening, but then he's just like,
"Oh, I'm clueless."
Yeah, and he's just like, and he just shines it off. It's kind of like, come on, man, put that stuff together. You should realize it.
Yeah.
And so, which I really liked it. He quickly found out that Peter Parker was Spider-Man, and I really liked that. And so when he's dropping her off, he's dropping them off at the school. He says, I'm going to talk to Peter real quick about, father stuff. She's like, okay. So she leaves. He gets a gun, and he tells him,
you mess up my operations again.
Yeah,
don't kill you.
Don't mess with my operations.
Saving your life.
I'm saving your life. I'll kill everyone you loved, everyone close to you, blah, blah, blah. The reason why he doesn't kill him on the spot is because he saved, Liz. He saved his daughter. Spider-Man
And he's in a public place. He doesn't really want to get caught.
He can still do it though. I mean, he could have easily done it. He could have easily just drove off with
the
it.
scene after that, like him going in the parking lot.
outside.
But you got to think about the scene after that, going in the parking lot. Shocker's there, punching school buses.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty loud.
That is really loud.
But
it was great. It was a great scene.
But yeah, so I mean, it's funny because, like I said, I mean, Tom Holland.
I thought you were gonna talk about the plot.
No, I'll talk about the plot hole right after.
Okay.
Tom Holland, like you said, he's playing the high schooler. So when they're kind of driving up, he's just sitting there all awkward because he doesn't know what to talk about. Which I thought was funny because I was like, it's high school. I mean, it's meeting the parents. I mean, he's a sophomore. He's a sophomore in high. Yeah, he's a sophomore in high school. He's 15. And then
it's added on that he knows he's the Vulture. Like he doesn't know he's the Spider-Man.
Bomb blown up, everything.
Yeah, it's like, what do I do?
Shit. And so it was like I said, it was interesting how they did that. And then plot hole.
Oh,
okay, it's not really a plot hole, but it's something that it's just something kind of bugged
stood out.
So when they're taking
Liz and Peter,
when Michael Keaton's taking Liz and Peter to homecoming at the school, he stops and then he tells her to get out, so she gets out. So he turns around, he finds out Peter's Spider-Man, so he starts talking to Peter, and then he's like, "Don't mess with me, I won't mess with you," so on. So then Peter's like, "Okay, yeah, I'll do that." And he's like, "Okay, good, fine." And so then Peter gets out of the car and goes inside, and then Michael Keaton drives off. Peter walks in, it's kind of slow motion. Peter walks in and he looks at Liz and he just says, "I'm sorry, I have to do this," or something like that. And so he just runs off.
Grabs his suit.
Goes
out of the bus parking lot.
Goes out and he's running outside of the school. He's putting on his spider webbing or whatever. Web shooters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, web shooters. And then Shock out of nowhere hits him.
Yeah, just like.
Which, it bugged me when I first saw it because I was like, when did he ever tell Shocker to get outside the school?
Because he didn't know.
Because he didn't know Peter was Spider-Man.
Like a 5-minute period.
Yeah.
Like, how did he get from wherever he was to the school?
Mm-hmm.
But I think they were saying, like, he was just waiting there for him, but which doesn't make sense because he didn't know.
There's no way he contacted him.
He didn't know he was Spider-Man.
Unless he was like lives right next to the school, which I highly doubt that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was one of the things that bugged me.
Yeah, it was like, well.
But then you got something awesome that comes after that. Ned coming in, saving the day.
Ned comes in and saves the day. Yeah, I was like, oh my goodness. Okay, that was pretty funny. And so then also later on in the movie when they are in the plane, because the thing is, what's happening is that Vulture is trying to
steal supplies
to build weapons, and from like all the alien craft.
Sell them.
Yeah, he's trying to sell them to thugs and gangs and stuff like that. And so what he's trying to do is that's his living, and he lies to his family and he doesn't tell them that's their living. And so what he does is he's trying to get on board Tony Stark's plane because they're moving uptown or somewhere like that.
Upstate. They're moving the Avengers Tower.
Yeah. So they're moving. So Vulture is like, "Oh, okay, all this stuff is going to be here. We need to take it." So he goes up there and he's looking through all the things, and some of the things we find out that Tony has is a belt for Thor,
Hulk Smasher,
the
Hulkbuster.
Hulkbuster. And then there's a new. He says something about Captain America shield,
prototype
or something like that. Yeah,
which is like Tony's way of saying, "Hey, Cap, I'm sorry for beating you up. You want to come back and help us beat Thanos?"
So we know they're coming back.
Oh yeah, Infinity War.
And so Infinity War. That's gonna be really cool. And so then when that happens at the end, I thought, oh my god, I was about to get mad because I thought it would go to like the Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire when he jumps out of the way of the what's it
crash?
The board with the knives or whatever coming at him. When Spider-Man jumps out of the way and it stabs
Green Goblin.
Yeah, Green Goblin. When it stabs the Green Goblin, he dies, and then Spider-Man's like all shocked and stuff like that. He's like, oh my goodness. Which I thought that was gonna happen. I was like, okay, Michael Keaton's gonna die, Vulture's gonna die, and then Spider-Man, Liz Allen's gonna like see it, and then Spider-Man's gonna be like the bad guy to her, and
kind of like James Franco.
Yeah, like the whole James Frank, the whole Harry Osborn and thing, and so
they had a second.
And so then, after I realized a little bit, I thought about it a little bit. I was like, okay, I don't think they'll do that. And then near the end of the fight, I thought it was gonna be like the Amazing Spider-Man 1, when when Gwen Stacy's dad is shot.
He's dying.
He's shot. And he's dying, and he's like, don't
tell Gwen.
Don't be close with Gwen or whatever. He says, don't put her in harm's way.
But she ends up dying anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Spoiler for Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Dude, that's been out for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Come on, if you haven't seen the movie,
come on. I mean, you're not missing out too much. So like I thought, because at the end, Spider-Man is like, stop your.
You're gonna kill yourself.
Yeah, stop.
Your wings are gonna blow up.
Wings are gonna blow up because the alien tech that they have will blow up, is explosive.
Radiation.
When it's around, radiation. And so there's all this radiation down there.
It was Iron Man's
core. Yeah. So all that radiation. So then Spider-Man's like, stop! You're gonna die. And so he tries to shoot his webs. He's out of webs. He's out of webs. And so when he's trying to save him, so then the whole thing goes crashing down and blows up. And so then he goes in, and he picks up Vulture, takes him back, lays him back down, and they kind of just lay down there. And I was expecting Vulture to kind of like turn at him and say thank you or something like that, or
don't tell Liz.
Yeah, or don't tell Liz or something like that, because I was like, he's gonna die. He's gonna say stay away from Liz and blah blah blah. But he didn't do that. That's not what happened.
Yeah.
That's not what happened. It was different. It was a different ending than what I was expecting, which I was really happy about.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, I mean, the ending I thought was satisfied.
Introducing new people.
Yeah.
Because like Spider-Man, just webs him down.
Now he earned Vulture's respect.
So now, Vulture respects him now because he saved him. So then later on in the movie, Happy. No, we're gonna go to the actual end of the movie when Spider-Man.
Yeah,
when Happy picks up.
Post-credit.
That's a post-credit.
Oh, it is. Oh,
yeah. Happy picks up Spider-Man from school, and he takes him over to the new Avengers headquarters, which is where they moved.
That's badass.
Yeah, it was pretty cool looking, and so.
Upstate New York.
And so so when he gets there, he's talking to Happy, and Happy's thanking him because he kind of saved Happy's job, because Happy was supposed to make sure that all the stuff that was getting moved ends up landing where it's supposed to land, and it didn't. And Spider-Man helped. Yep, Spider-Man saved it, so he saved Happy's job, and so then he's thanking Happy was thanking Spider-Man, and Tony Stark walks over and starts talking to Spider-Man, saying how he's earned it. How he's earned a new suit, and they introduced a new suit, which was
black.
Really
it was
dope.
Really cool. It was black,
really cool.
Gold.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was
awesome.
It was such a cool suit. And then
he's like, "You take this suit.
Yeah,
go talk to the
he
press,
says, "You take this
you're
suit.
An Avenger."
There's 50 people out there who are gonna be waiting for the introduction of a new Avenger, or at least they think there's a new announcement coming on, so they don't know what's actually happening. So they wanted him. Tony Stark wanted him to join the Avengers, in which he doesn't. He turns it down.
I kind of knew.
Yeah, everyone knew. He turns it down, so I was still wondering. I was like, wait, so is he not going to get his regular suit? Because his old suit got taken away earlier in the movie. And so...
But he gets it back.
But he gets it back at the very end of the movie.
Yeah.
He doesn't get it. So he's always in his retro uniform near the end of the movie. And so when he turns it down, he starts like walking away, and then Happy and...
New character. Well... Old character that shows up again.
New. So Pepper Potts shows back. So she's back in the MCU.
She walks out, and Peter's leaving. She's like, "Where's the kid? Where's the kid?" And we're like, "Oh, he's gone." And she's like, "Well, what am I supposed to tell them?" And then Happy pulls out her wedding ring, and then
hey, go get married.
Yeah, he's like
holding on to this.
Yeah, she's like, how long have you had that? He's like, oh, it's been in my pocket since 2008. And she just tossed it to him, and so they're getting engaged now. They're gonna be married.
Yeah.
And so I was happy to see her back finally. Yeah. So then oh my goodness, I can't. So then at the very end of the movie, so they go out and do their thing, and then Spider-Man Peter Parker returns home.
Mhm.
He walks into his house and he's like, Aunt May, because he doesn't know where she is. And on his bed there is a bag, and it says, "You've earned this," or something like. Yeah, it's like
TJ.
Yeah, it's TS. Tony
TS.
Stark.
Sorry. Yeah.
Said like, I believe this is yours, TS. And so he kind of like looks around like, okay, that's a Spider-Man suit. And I'm thinking maybe it's a new Spider-Man suit. Maybe it's just being nice, but no, it's just a regular Spider-Man suit. That the one that it's just a regular Spider-Man suit that we were talking about previously.
Mm-hmm.
And so he gets that, and then so he puts it
He's
on,
putting it on,
and he's looking,
puts it on.
and he puts it on. He presses a button so it all inside on him, and he's looking in the mirror, or he's looking outside or somewhere.
And the camera
shifts. He takes off his mask, and the camera shifts, and then Aunt May's just sitting in the back, and she's
what
just,
the fuck?
Yeah, she just yells, "What the?" And then it just ends, and then we laughed so hard.
Yeah,
That was so
pretty
funny.
There was a lot of cursing in that movie.
Yeah, a lot more than I
A
thought.
lot of
Yeah, I mean,
Like how Flash called Peter Penis Parker.
yeah, that was
repeatedly.
funny.
Oh, a lot.
Yeah, but yeah, no, like I thought that was really funny. I mean, like I said, the entire movie was pretty funny, and that kind of ended on a happy note. It was really funny. Everyone in the audience laughed. Now, the thing I did forget to talk about,
We're gonna do our favorite Easter egg.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
My favorite Easter egg. Here we go.
So
previously we said Donald Glover didn't have a role. We didn't know his name, and we do find out.
Big discussion over
Yeah, we had a big discussion. I figured it out.
Yeah.
He is
Instagram.
Instagram
figured it out.
Instagram figured it out. So we find out that he is actually the Prowler.
He's gonna play the Prowler.
If you don't know who the Prowler is, he is a crook. He starts off as a bad guy, and then he later turns into a good guy. So I'm hoping Donald Glover's, in the MCU for a while. For now to come.
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, which he starts off. He's kind of bad. I mean, he's kind of bad in this movie, but he's not. He's not a big part of the movie. He has like 2 scenes.
He only wanted protection at that one scene to get just the gun.
Yeah.
And so, so like like I said, he's not really the bad guy. He's gonna be the Prowler, which I'm happy about, because it's kind of like if you don't know about the whole Donald Glover for Spider-Man thing, you need to look that up, because I was digging it. I really wanted it. I really wanted it to happen, but it didn't happen.
No.
So this was kind of just like, this whole entire thing happened, so we should put Donald Glover in.
Sony's plan B.
Yeah, which the director did say he wanted. That was the first thing he thought about once he was on for the Spider-Man movie. So it was really cool how they did that, and like I said, I digged it because I'm a huge Donald Glover fan. I love Donald Glover. He is my man. But
you gonna get into the good part though?
Yeah, when he's in the underground.
Yeah, and so then later on, they're underground. He's in the. Donald Glover's walking out to his car. He's putting up some food, and so Spider-Man's interrogating him to figure out where the next cell is going down at.
Mm-hmm.
One of his modes he has.
Yeah, so he has an interrogation mode, which is another funny part because it goes like a really deep voice.
Batman
and he's like,
thing.
Yeah, I know your voice.
Yeah, Donald Glover's
Glover's
just kind of like, man. He's like, I know who you
girl.
are. He's like, yeah, I know that little girl voice, and
Like,
Peter Parker, like in a really deep voice, like, I'm not a little girl, I'm a boy. I need a man. And it's really funny what happens there, and he doesn't realize he's talking the way he's talking. And so when that's all happening, he
what?
So when that's all happening, Spider-Man, webs him up to his car, and Donald Glover says, he's like. I really do not want you. He says, I really don't want these weapons in the streets like you do. Spider-Man's like, yeah, because he's trying to figure out a way to get these weapons off the streets, and Donald Glover doesn't want them on the streets either because they're such dangerous weapons.
And he's got a nephew.
And then that's when he drops. That's when he drops the bomb, the big bomb that I was waiting for. Yeah. He says, my nephew lives in the city.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like I said, he's Prowler. And if you don't know, Prowler is Miles Morales' uncle. So Miles Morales is in the MCU
which is really exciting.
Which is exciting. I can't wait because I know he's going to come in. He has to come in. If he doesn't come in, I'm going to be very mad.
Dude, Miles Morales needs
to be in. He is a new generation of Spider-Man. Right. He's for the new kids. He's new school.
Spider-Man game.
He's in the
Showing
Ultimate
them.
Spider-Man TV show all the time, who is also voiced by Donald Glover.
Yeah.
I wish it was Donald Glover playing Spider-Man or
Miles
Miles
Morales.
Morales, but he just can't. It can't work that way.
Too old.
Too old.
He's too
for
old.
today.
Yeah. Unless they want to like rearrange the storyline, but I know they won't because it's already too late.
Doctor
It's too
Strange.
well. It's too late to rearrange it. I mean, unless they like go back in time or
Somehow.
I don't think that'll happen.
I hope they don't do a time
They
travel
won't mess
thing.
it up like.
Yeah, they
Don't
won't.
be
They
the
won't do her
X-Men.
Spider-Verse.
Don't
Yeah,
be
they
the
won't do the
X-Men.
Spider-Verse. And so, yeah, when they said that, I was really happy about that. And so when he says that, like I said, I was really happy to hear about that. So then we also got the post-credit scene.
Oh,
And the post-credit scene is Michael Keaton's in jail. He's walking around, and he runs into this prisoner who stops him in his tracks and says, "So I heard that you know who Spider-Man is." And Michael Keaton, out of respect, because Spider-Man saved him, he says, "No, I don't know who Spider-Man is. You think I would know? If I didn't know who he is, he'd be dead already." And so he doesn't tell the guy who it is. And on the guy's neck that he's talking to, there's a scorpion. So we're thinking it's Scorpion.
Hopefully they don't give him the weird green suit.
Give him a cooler.
They'll give him a stinger and stuff like. They have to give him a stinger.
Well, they'll give him a stinger, but just
They
make it
have
all
Just make it
green
cool.
and make
Like,
it look cool.
Make it different.
Yeah.
And so so
Like you can make the Shocker, the Vulture look the same because their costumes are cool in general, but
Oh yeah.
don't
Awesome.
make a green Scorpion, please.
And so then that's what happens. We find out, the Scorpion, I think, is going to be in the next movie.
Mhm.
And I was also thinking about it when we were leaving the movie. I was thinking, remember in the trailers it showed like Liz and Peter Parker dancing and then like about a kiss. That didn't happen in the movie.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
They never
yeah.
kissed.
Wow.
She ends
There's
up
a lot of
she ends
little
up
parts in
moving.
there.
She ends up moving or something. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the trailer that actually wasn't in the movie.
No.
And so she actually ends up
Moving to Oregon.
moving somewhere. Was it Oregon?
Yeah, it was
she
Oregon.
moved somewhere because her father is arrested, going to jail. So they have to move somewhere else because they just can't stand the thought of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so he never tells her or anything that he's Spider-Man. So it's all just one big mystery. So we don't know if
who's
she'll
gonna
come
be-
in later.
Who's gonna be next? Is Liz gonna come back? Is Gwen gonna come in? Is Mary Jane gonna
But see,
come
that's
in?
the thing.
But
Michelle, who is played by Zendaya, like I said, she says,
So much worse.
"My friends call me MJ."
So much worse.
So we don't know what's gonna happen.
Please
there.
don't be Mary Jane because
that's
I
gonna be
like the
confusing.
redheaded Mary Jane. It's original. It's in
Yeah.
the comics.
Mhm.
It's like, oh
That
my
stuff's gonna be
God.
confusing, but I mean, it's,
Michelle Jane. I swear, if that's what her name is, I will
gosh.
freak out.
I don't know. I feel like they're gonna do something different.
I don't want
But
to.
you can tell. You can clearly tell she likes Peter Parker, but Peter Parker has like no idea because
She always kept the same mood.
expression.
Yeah.
She's always just.
I hate everything.
Yeah. High school.
Huh,
Yeah.
I
High
draw
school
their
girl
expressions, and it's just
And then the very end, the very last credit. You don't have to stay for it, which is after there's one post credit scene, and then there's all the list of all the actors and stuff like that.
And there's another one.
And then right after all of that, the very end of the movie, Captain America comes out and he's like, "We need to teach you what do you say?
Patience.
We need to teach you about. We're going to talk to you about patience, or teach you about patience." And then
It
he's
was really
just
funny.
saying, he's just talking a little bit, and then he's like, "How many more of these do I have to do?"
you have to wait for something so long and not
Yeah,
have
And
the
so-
expectations.
yeah. I was just like, "Oh man," I was like, "I just got hoping for more," but nothing really all that much
Yeah.
happened. But yeah, no, I mean, Spider-Man. I mean, it was a good movie.
Yeah, great.
So
What are we gonna give it?
Oh,
What do you
ratings.
guys? Yeah. What are you guys thinking?
A 9. It was a really good movie. Plus, I really love superhero movies.
I give it a 9 out of 10
9.
because, yeah, I mean, I think it lived up to my expectations. I was really hyped for this movie, and I thought it lived up to it.
I was
And
really hyped
I don't
for
want to
this
give it a
movie,
10 out of
and
10.
it was even better than
Yeah, I don't
expected.
want to give it a 10 out of 10 because, I mean, if I give this a 10 out of 10, then the sequel will have no chance of beating that. So if I'm giving a 9 out of 10, it has a little bit of room. There's a little bit of room for improvement in the movie.
You don't really want to give a movie a 10 out of 10 though, because
I don't know. I'd give it probably an 8.5. 8.5.
8.5.
It was pretty good because
Yeah.
it just everything it had, but it had some little plot holes.
Yeah, little bits here and there, but
Yep.
it was really good.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I thought it was a really good movie. 9 out of 10. Definitely would recommend seeing it. Probably would see it again if I get time.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, I really liked the movie. I thought it was one of the best Marvel movies ever made. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, I like I said, I really digged it, and I thought it was pretty cool.
Like there was a plot hole that I kind of figured out
Mhm.
right now. Like I was thinking of because in the very beginning it shows them cleaning up the mess right after the first Avengers where they're taking out the museum. He says he's got a family. He needs to pay for his house. He needs to get by. But he goes 8 years stealing guns, making weapons, and selling them to bad guys. And he has a really nice house. Like why would I don't understand why he would have such a really nice house.
It's not like he had to keep going either.
Yeah, like
I mean, he
could have just stopped.
He could have easily just
after the
stopped.
first thing.
He
Like,
would have
was
had plenty of
making-
money.
But he was making bank, I guess. So
Yeah, he's
yeah.
like, we need to keep doing this. So I'm gonna live in a mansion. It's like, dude,
Yeah,
chill.
yeah, he just needed to like just ease up a little bit. I mean, I think he wanted to get caught. I mean,
Yeah,
That's
I
what it
think-
felt like.
he kind of.
It's like you got a nice house, you got a nice car, you got a nice family, your daughter's
But-
going to college, dude. Just
Yeah,
ease up a
no,
little bit.
Senior, he's
yeah, she was a
sophomore,
senior. Like I said, she's a senior, so she might not be in the next movie. Actually,
She
No,
will be.
she's moved away.
yeah,
everything,
unless she
so-
comes back. Which
Yeah.
I think the storyline will happen is
Like
like Peter
half her
Peter
end,
probably Peter will probably be a junior, and then he'll probably start catching feelings for Michelle or MJ. I still don't like that.
Or Gwen. I
Just-
hope,
Or Gwen.
I really hope
Or
Michelle
Gwen.
is not Mary Jane.
And
I
so
hope they actually have a
either
Mary Jane.
he'll probably start dating her, and then I feel like Liz might come back into play later on. And he might be in a triangle there. He might get screwed there, but
yeah.
He has to decide.
But I don't know. I mean, the movie was really good, solid movie.
Yep.
Good all around. Everything was good. Like I said, not too many flaws. A couple plot holes. But,
Mhm.
I mean,
But
that's just
I mean,
that's minor.
it's a movie. That's gonna happen. But yeah, I know, and that's it for our review. I mean, yeah. So, well, that's it for our review. And so, from Colton,
Andrew.
Lucas.
we will see you next